the one passing effort to Matt Motts to account for all 6 touchdowns. And Ben commented after the game that sometimes with the Highland Park offense, it's a fullback game. Other times it's a pitch man game. And today it was a quarterback game. Was that the way you saw it?
No, that's the way it worked. Yeah, they were trying to take the pitch and did a good job of that, keep Taylor, Bobby from getting the ball on the pitch, and then felt like Bobby, they had to take the dive away, which they did. So Ben read extremely well and pressed his pitch key, and Ben's exactly right with what he said. And I think the last few weeks you've really seen Ben become a very good quarterback.
And obviously Mount Pleasant had offensive weapons of their own, but Highland Park did a really nice job defensively, I thought, throughout the game. And when they came out in the second half, I thought it was absolutely critical that they stopped Mount Pleasant 3 and out on their first possession, and it didn't really seem like the Tigers had much in reserve. Is that the way you saw it? And comment a bit on the defensive performance.
Defensive performance was
another subject that you don't really delve into a lot, but were you surprised personally to see Colleyville Heritage come out on top in that game? I know that most everybody you talk to would say that Waxahachie would probably be the favorite going in.
No, I wasn't real surprised, to tell you the truth. Come to learn and really train myself to understand that any level of football, but particularly high school, anybody can win on any given night. It's what a bunch of young people decide they want to do and then execute your game plan and play with great effort, and that's what Heritage is doing right now, and that's what they did to Waxahachie the other night.
Obviously, Colleyville Heritage has improved a great deal since the all-sophomore team came over here a couple of years ago and got beat 49-0. I'm sure we'll see a few of the players that were in uniform that night over at Texas Stadium tonight. And talk to us, Coach, a little bit about what you expect from Colleyville Heritage. Are they going to be a balanced attack on offense? Will they try to run? Will they try to throw? I know they have a very good quarterback.
Yeah. They're very balanced offensively. Run the ball with Sed Burns, number 30, and then quarterback Guy Tomczyk does a good job. They're going to average about 270, probably 265 in the offensive line, but a very balanced attack. Their coaching staff, Coach Cunningham, they do a good job, and they will, we're going to have to do a good job reading our run and pass keys and then being able to get to the football.
Colleyville Heritage turned in a 9-3 record this year in a very tough district. A lot of the guys that we used to play in play against over in 9-4A. Comment a little bit on their improvement curve. I know you haven't been able to watch them on a week-to-week basis over the last couple of years, but what is it that they have done most of all to make the improvement that they have?
Well, I think mainly, their system now has been in place for 3 years. They've been together, and those coaches came over from Grapevine, and those kids came from Grapevine, so they have heard of the system and understand it. The main thing is just growing up, going from being 14 and 15 to 17 and 18. They've done a nice job, and so we've got to be up to the challenge tonight.
We talked a couple of weeks ago about how the Scots had, I don't know how to describe it, maybe a down week, playing a couple of opponents that weren't up to the caliber of the opponents that the Scots faced in the first 8 weeks of the season, and were able to make a lot of improvements. Do you think those improvements manifested themselves last week against Mount Pleasant? And do the Scots continue to improve on a week-to-week basis as you like them to do?
Yeah, I think we are, and that's what's exciting. I think the young men are having fun. I know as coaches we're having fun. I hope they are. That's what the game's about. Yes, we continue to improve, and yes, more people continue to improve. And if you get excited about playing the game and you stay true to your assignments, loyal to your assignments and what you've been trained to do, and play with excitement, good things are fixing to happen to you.
That's Highland Park coach Scott Smith visiting with Matt McKay, and we're about to have the toss of the coin as our referee, Charles Mahan, is going out to midfield, and we'll bring that to you, I do believe.